weekend, another wacky, wonderful project. So, I'm spinning my timing chain. So we got that to do. I also have all that stuff. Possibly do an oil change. When I do, we're going to do the gasket. I've got a couple extra V-belts. I've got my timing cover studs. Then I got those extra valve cover bolts or studs because it didn't come with enough in the first place. And a sticker. So yeah, we'll get on that.
It's proof that Cameron works on his own shit.
Aha! Wow. So, no damage on that side, but kind of missing a tooth right there. Not to mention that, where's my thrust plate at? We didn't take one off. There's not one there. That's supposed to be there. So we're gonna have to go get one of those. This actually looks alright, but the chain is like super stretched. It is not the right size anymore. So hopefully when we get it back together we can only have new stuff. Not have to worry about that. Alright, so plan is to take that timing cover off and then you're gonna do the oil pan. You're gonna drain all the oil. I got oil to do an oil change with. Then we're going to throw on the new gasket for the oil pan. Then we're going to throw on the gasket for the timing cover. Warm up the harmonic balancer to make it easy to slide on there after I clean up the snout for that. I got a new bolt and lock washer and there's another piece that goes on there somewhere. I have it. Somewhere around here. That might actually be on there. I can't really tell. But there's a big ass washer that goes on there as well. And hopefully get this all together by the end of the night. Maybe here at fire today. Alright, timing cover is off. I don't know how well I did a timing chain showing it off, but it's comp cam, double roller, timing chain and gear set. Looks pretty good. Now we're going to drain the oil and do an oil change slash new gasket because that gasket's a bit nasty. And get that all cleaned up. Hopefully it's easy. It looks like this is the only reinforcement across the frame that'll be in the way. And somebody decided to cut a hole in it, so I'm probably going to cut the studs off of that, or the studs, you know what I mean. I'm going to cut it out of there and bolt in a new one in the future, so that if I ever have to get it out of the way, it's just bolts. Put some nice grade A bolts on there, because I don't like, that kind of takes away from the point of being a support when you cut out the center section of it. Anyways, let's get down there and do the oil. Alright, down here by the oil pan, I have a question to the modern manufacturers. What happened to having the oil plug at the very bottom of the pan? Why has it got to be on the side of shit now? It's so much easier to get to like this. But to disassembling this here. I do not know what size of bolt that is off the top of my head because I've not done this since the last time I did an oil change, and embarrassingly that's been a little longer than it probably should have been, but that's fine. We're doing it now. Looks like it might be a 9/16%. It'll probably work, but it might be metric. I don't think it's metric. Let's see how much oil we can get on ourselves today. Hopefully very little, but hopefully none on my hat. That would be nice. Hey! Oil check. Not much on my fingers. Alright. Well, it's black. It's not shiny, so that's a plus. I did not take the oil cap off of the top, so that oil cap has plenty of pass by for air, it seems, so well, yeah, it's a filter. It's not actually a proper cap. It's just like a I don't recall what it's called. It's like a filter cap type of thing instead of the proper cap, which is fine. Next thing will be that oil filter. That thing is nasty. I'll probably pause the video, go grab some rags, and get a proper grip on it. Otherwise, that'll be a pain to try and get off of there. After I do all this, I'll probably get car wash going and blast all of this. Might even do a paint job on that oil pan while I have it off. Let that drain for a bit. Alright, oil pan is done dripping for the most part. Now we're going to swap over to the oil filter. Hopefully I can get this at a good angle. Should be able to see it just fine, but I want to keep the dribble of the oil pan going into the catch pan while I do this. So, oh boy. Note to anybody watching this, if you've ever put an oil filter on, don't put it on that tight. Or that might be just about perfect, because I still did that with one hand. But don't put them on so extremely tight. Come on. Oh, shit. Got it. A little bit on the frame, but that'll just keep it from rusting, right? Oh, yeah, I got a bit on my shirt. It's a work shirt. Who cares? Right? That's what they're for. Now I just gotta hope that I got the right oil filter. I should, but never know. Sometimes you just blank out and get the wrong part, which I've done plenty of while working on stuff. Luckily, 454s, I think they all took the same oil filters throughout the decades. Alright, we got our oil catcher out of the way. And ended up it was 1/2 inch. I believe all of them are. So now we can start getting the oil pan off. Oh, that's really loose. That is extremely loose. I did not pre-loosen these. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are really, really, really loose. Well, I guess that's a plus to it not being a pain so far to get some of them off. I'm sure one of them will be a pain. I might swap over to a time lapse if this is how it's gonna be. Yeah, I got a good angle for it, I believe. So yeah, I think I'm gonna swap over to time lapse and get these bolts out of here and get the oil pan out. The only thing I may have an issue with is the dipstick coming down. Otherwise, I think I'm able to get out from between the axle and that frame support there. It's pretty open right here. See how covered in oil I get. Alright, well, in order for something to not leak, it has to be tight, correct? Well, that was not tight at all. Like, all of those were finger tight, with like the one that I think you guys saw me break loose. The rest of those were not tight. That would explain why this thing leaked so bad. But I think I've got all of them out now. So now, it's time to pop it off, hopefully without getting it all over myself. Never actually taken one of these off, so we'll see how easy or hard this is. Oh, what am I hung up on? Is it maybe the dipstick? Just pull straight down, I think. Might be the dipstick up top. Okay. I don't want to watch a YouTube video on how to take this out. Is it just the dipstick that's impeding my ability to come down further? Not too sure. Go, wiggled out. So now, where are we hung up at? Oil pan looks pretty good. There's a little spot. Where was it? I don't recall. There's a spot that I didn't have enough paint to get. It might be right here. But other than that, looks pretty good. We'll probably lay some rags down so that the paint doesn't get too scuffed before it gets fully hardened. Throw the gasket on it, and then get it up underneath there, and do the timing cover next. Get its gasket on there, get it up on there, and hopefully everything can be one after another installed. Easy. Well, I forgot to do a little bit of recording, but got the water pump on right now. Got our stuff all situated. Waiting to get a different bolt for the harmonic balancer because threads are screwed up, so we need a longer one. Other than that, I gotta set my hose there and all that's tightened up. Probably hold off on doing the fan until the harmonic balancer's done. Then we got the radiator to go, and yeah, the fan, topping off my oil again, my coolant, and getting all the pulleys situated and ready to go again. Should be almost done by the end of the day here. Alright, everything's back in place, so we're gonna start it up.
Something don't sound right.
Didn't really put it back together wrong. There wasn't really anything to put back together wrong.
Okay, when you took the timing chain off, what did you do when you took the timing chain off? Where was everything at that point?
Dots were in line with each other before we took anything off. Dots were in line when we put them back on.
Okay.
So that should be right?
Yeah.